this is it, guys. We're wrapping up Donkey Kong Country 2 in this video. If you're playing the Game Boy Advance version, you're probably still fighting a boss right now. It's called Kerosene. I know absolutely nothing about... Oh, good job, Diddy. Good start to the level. Way to go, champ. Anyway, I know next to nothing about the Game Boy Advance version. I just know that for Stronghold Showdown, they actually give you a... Oh, shit! I thought that was regular Team T-Barrel. That caught me entirely off guard. Anyway, enough about games we aren't playing. More to the point, we're in, Screecher's Sprint right now. This is a pretty tough level. It starts off as just a bramble level. It's very difficult platforming, actually. And this is the only level in this world. I'm going to spoil that for you right now. Don't expect a whole lot from this place. Just keep climbing to the top. They're going to all pass you. No worries about that. They have a lot of these roll jumps, and they're absolutely mandatory now. I don't think the series has actually made you do that for anything until now. So get that cannonball. Once you throw yourself up there, you can just jump on this platform slightly off-screen, and you get into the bonus round for the level. And you gotta use both Kongs for this. Dixie's gonna be able to carry you to safety, and then Diddy's really good at doing this whole roll thing. I suppose you could do it with Dixie too, but Diddy just gets more air and distance out of it, so no reason not to use him. You have plenty of time to switch out, so don't worry about it. Here's your coin. We're only one away from going to buy that Lost World level. And that's actually gonna be the last coin in the entire game. You're 75... Diddy, are you just stupid? It's the second time you just love... You're a glutton for punishment, Diddy. It's a good thing those barrels are just nearby. This is Screecher right here. We've got to race him because... I don't know why, actually. But we gotta do it. It's what happens. That little stoplight comes down and then he starts racing you and everything. So those... I guess that gives us a shortcut too. Go up here. It's very important. Not only do you get a DK barrel, but that's where the DK coin is hidden for the level. So once you go down here, if you notice those invisible barrels that I got shot out at the beginning, it's really important to do. It's not necessary, but it helps you get a very good lead on Screech at the beginning of the whole level, so... once you do that, it's just a matter of taking out these bees here, which I'm doing a great job of, by the way. Just, whatever. Plowing through it's quicker, I guess. It works out for everyone. I'm still alive, which is important, and I can get a better lead on them, so... And it's kind of a tough level just because Screech actually will catch up to you if you give him the chance to. It's not like some sort of, race where it's more show than anything else, but fortunately I won, and we get to get some bananas here. And that's the end of the level. It's actually pretty quick. The whole deal is actually kind of a tough race. You can and will lose if you aren't super careful about it, so just, I don't know, practice makes perfect, really. And it's King K. Rool, and he's, oh my god, he's shooting dunk. It's terrible that it's so abusive. Alright, but he shoots a cannonball out, and we're going to use that when he tries to suck us up into his gun. We'll just shoot a cannonball into it, and it'll back up and blow him up. And that's how we hurt him throughout this. You can't pick up that cannonball because it's covered in spikes, so just avoid him when he keeps going back and forth. We'll try to suck you up again, we'll put another cannonball in his big dumb gun. I love the whole little comical, like he turns into black and shakes off the gunpowder after blinking a couple times. It's very cartoony, and I appreciate that. It's nice. I appreciate this whole boss fight, honestly. It's very well done. It's a creative boss, and I like all the things hidden in the background. You got a Super Nintendo controller way back there. You've got bananas from the first game. There's some oil drums and a tire and everything. Like, he's been hoarding stuff from the first game. So this is where things get a little more difficult. You gotta duck and jump, and ducking and jump, and eventually he shoots out a barrel. You jump on top of it, a cannonball comes out, and throw it in just like everything else. So we'll do that a couple more times. Swing over this way, and they start bouncing this time. So they'll bounce small, medium, and high. The small and medium ones you can jump over. The high ones are just easiest to just run right underneath. And there's our barrel. Break it open, get that, throw it in there. And every time you hit him, he shoots that cannonball out quicker, so you gotta be more on your guard every single time, because eventually it comes out pretty quickly. These will circle around in a spiral here. They're actually a little difficult to predict. Dixie makes it super easy, though, just because, especially when you get to these two here, it's a little hard to tell when to jump. But Dixie Kong has no problem floating over him. Just make sure she doesn't get hit. Float on over. And there's our barrel. So, bust that open, grab the cannonball, throw it into his gun. See, that's getting pretty quicker. You gotta be careful of that. So he's dead. We beat him, and Donkey Kong is always back. Donkey Kong, get out of here. Take care of it. So now he shoots these little puffs of, I don't even know what they are. They're weird looking, little glowing smoke things. They all do different things. The blue ones, I believe, will freeze you if you come in contact with them. So you don't want that to happen, because he starts pushing himself left and right across the screen, you'll get hit by them, and that'll be terrible. Next up, we'll start moving over this way. He shoots the red ones. The red ones, I believe, will slow your movement down significantly. I don't know, it's been so long since I've actually got hit with any of them. I should have done more research. I apologize for that. So I know what the three of them do, I just don't know which ones do which. But as long as you don't get hit, you don't have to worry about those. The purple ones here will reverse your movement. And that's also awkward, because pressing left and going right instead is kind of confusing, especially when he starts doing this here. He starts blowing you into the gun, he'll disappear, and then he'll come back on another angle and try to suck you into the gun again. And it's really difficult to predict where he's going to be coming from, and it makes it even harder when your controls are reversed. It's a terrible thing. Eventually a cannonball appears, you throw that in, and Dixie, get out of here. This is Diddy Kong's game. I think he deserves to celebrate a little bit. Maybe next game, Dixie. Maybe next game. And Donkey gets to uppercut his ass into oblivion. It's fantastic. That's what he gets for shooting cannonballs into Donkey Kong all of those times. It's really not a whole lot of fun. So let's go back and visit Cranky Kong. It's been a while. I haven't paid attention to you since the very beginning of the game, actually. And I learned absolutely nothing from you, Cranky. Don't build yourself up too much. And I didn't point this out the first time, actually. Winky is in the background there. It's very depressing, because it looks like he's been stuffed and mounted. And Winky's gone forever. I hope you aren't looking forward to seeing him again, because it's the best you're gonna get right there. So Cranky congratulates us in the only way he knows how, by ridiculing our skill and saying that we should have got everything the first time through. But you can't do that. It is physically impossible to get everything by the end of the last boss there, because the last boss gives you that 15th Creme Coin we were missing, and we need that to go to the Lost World and finish everything up. But let's see how we did anyway. Why not, right? It'll give us something to do. What you got for us, Cranky? Oh, well, it's Super Mario, and it's Yoshi, and those are Sonic's shoes, and Earthworm Jim's gun, and a trash can. It's... wow. Okay, well... we got 38 DK coins. That's not bad, but it could be better, because not only did Mario get 39 coins, but there's actually 40 of them. So we're missing 2 right now, and of course we're not going to leave that be. We got to go back and get those 2 coins. Wouldn't be 102% if we didn't get 2 coins. I don't know why it's 102%. I don't know why they couldn't entered it 100, but I don't know. It's cute, I guess. So we'll get out of here. I'm gonna watch some credits. We're gonna see the cast of characters first. None of them made the game, but they're in the game. So this is just like the first game. You get this little parade of monsters coming by, just telling you what every character in the game is called, and it's some good stuff, I guess. You know, it's fun. You get to see everyone again. There's some cool enemies in this game. I'll really give it to them. They did a good job, except for this guy. He could go suck a bag of dicks. I hate that guy so much. But anyway, we get to watch some credits here. We get to see some enemies, and after that, we're going to finish up the game. We're going to do it in the same video here, so if you don't want to watch credits, just skip forward a little bit. I don't know what time it's going to be. I can't tell you, like, how far to skip forward, but just, like, maybe 4 minutes or so will do it. Just play around a little bit. You'll find it eventually. Or you could watch everything. I don't care if you watch it all, too. The ending credits music, very good, I think. Some enemies are really cool, and you get to see some names and everything. These people worked hard on this game, and they deserve at least some of your attention. But I'll be back to talk some more once we keep playing, and until then, sit back and have fun. Alright, where were we? Credits are all done. Let's get back to the game here. Get to see our fabulous logos, and back to the file select. See, we're 95%. We've got 15 Creme coins which we can spend, but only 38 of the DK coins. We gotta fix that. It's 2 more for us to get. And of course, we gotta go back to K. Rool's Keep, because that's where the Clubba's kiosk is that we haven't paid off yet. So go talk to Clubba, give him the 15 coins. And off to here, we're playing Animal Antics, and this is arguably the hardest level in the game, for anything for one section. Go to the left here, there's a DK barrel hidden behind the entrance, just in case you don't have both of your guys. And this, I'm just gonna charge right the hell through. There's a bunch of enemies here, but if you just jump at the right time, you'll be fine. It's not that hard. Don't worry about it. Jump over here, too, because that cannon's gonna hit you, and that'll suck. So now we get to play an Unguard, and charge through this area too. Unguard is the Ramby of the sea. He really is. So we'll charge through everybody here. Best way to do something is just head first, right into it, kill everything in your path, and go over here. So first 2 sections, really not that difficult. Third section, a little hard, but definitely manageable. It's nothing you haven't done before. We're going to play a squitter, and all you got to do is kill a whole bunch of things, make some web platforms. It's not too difficult, really. If you haven't noticed by now, something that really sucks about starting this game after getting through the last boss is the game will not save your progress on lives or coins. That means we're starting off with 5 lives, 0 coins again, so don't screw up. You don't have a lot of opportunity to. If you're smart and you're worried about this level, you'll skip out on one of the other Lost Worlds, just save it for later because it's easier, and do this while you still have a bunch of lives. But don't jump in that arrow barrel. You want to go through that little platform to the right of it, and there's the bonus room for this level. So the bonus room, not too bad. You're going to spend half of it as squitter, and just ascend with your web platforms, hit a couple bees here, and then you get to be a squawks for the rest of it. So let's do that. Transform into him, and then just take out a few more bees. And the only problem you might run into with this is that the transformation takes about 2 or 3 seconds, so it does run down the timer. But if you're quick enough, that shouldn't be a problem at all. You just collect the last DK, not the last DK, the 39th DK coin. There's one more to get. But that's the last bonus barrel in the entire game. We've done every single bonus room, guys. I hope you're proud. Alright, so this is where shit starts getting real here, and I can hopefully do this right. This is a very difficult section of the level, and I'm not just building that up either for some joke. Like, this is legitimately difficult. We're playing as squawks here, but that's not why it's difficult. What makes this hard is the wind's gonna blow back and forth, just like in the wind level back in Gloomy Gulch. But it's really hard, because not only is there a ton of enemies here, but the brambles are all over the place, so if you don't have the most precise control, it's going to blow you into the wall, you're going to lose an enemy, you're going to lose a Kong, and then you're going to panic and probably blow yourself into another wall or an enemy. But just keep your cool. If you're working against the wind, you can hold the button. If you're working for it, just kind of tap yourself over. And keep track of when the wind changes, because it's always based on a time pattern. And if you just really keep your cool throughout that. It's a difficult section. You're probably going to lose a few times. But just do what you can. Practice makes perfect. It's really the only thing I can say. You just get down the timing of the wind, get down how the controls work on it, and just do your best to get through it. There's a DK barrel halfway through, which is good. Other than that, it's more or less smooth sailing throughout this level. It's the only tough part about it. Just bounce through with Rattly. Time that better than I did, because once you jump in there, that's it. You're shooting out, and if you hit bees, you hit bees. It sucks, but... Alright, we beat that level. I made that look easy. I really did. That is a tough level. You're gonna run into some trouble with it. But if you haven't noticed by now, collecting all the DK coins in the Lost World level made a bridge across to that last area. It opened its mouth up, and holy shit, it's K. Rool again. He's still alive. Donkey Kong punched him through a fucking helicopter and into the ocean, but he's still alive. So we're gonna fight him one more time. He's up to his old tricks again with his gun. He starts shooting things at us, and it's pretty much just the same patterns and things as the last fight, just a little longer. So just jump and duck, jumping and ducking. He shoots faster as he goes along. Just watch out for those. You don't want your controls reversing. It's confusing. Jump over these as best you can. Dixie really makes it easier because instead of having to jump over all of them, you can just float over some. And he starts the patterns off. The patterns are easy enough to recognize, especially because before shooting out anything that's going to kill you, he shoots out those little purple puff things, and you get to learn what he's going to do next based off of that. Just avoid everything here. I think this is the last stretch of it, so I'll shoot these little lines of them. Jump on over. Down under that, you can duck under the last one. And jump over all of that. And here comes the barrel. Crack that open. Throw our last cannonball inside of his gun right now. It's going to blow up, getting our last DK coin. And you get to go to hell and die. So there we go. We'll throw him right into that big glowing mess of whatever that is there. It's awful cool looking, but it's probably nothing you want to get involved in. Totally crap, and everything's shaking, and it's not good. It looks like all the people are shaking in a different way than the background is. We won't judge, it's okay. So the whole island is just vibrating like crazy. I'm not sure why. Diddy, this is a terrible time to juggle. Your priorities just really aren't straight. You aren't taking any of this seriously. But look at that, we're in first place now. We got all 40 coins. Mario's in second, where he belongs. Diddy Kong is right on number 1. And another thing I actually didn't mention on the screen, if you fail to get even 29 of them and you don't place in any of them, then Link will take up slot 3. So you get to see him too, that's pretty cool. But, well there, we rescued Donkey Kong, the gang's all back together. We get to see Crocodile Isle sink into the ocean. But sadly, it looks like K. Rool gets away on a ship. He's going to float off into the sunset, laugh maniacally at us, and what the hell? Take about the third of Dixie's ponytail with him. Where did it go? I don't know. Anyway, that doesn't matter. We just finished the game, guys. 102% right there. It took us just under 2.5 hours, which is pretty nice. But I want to show you guys a few more things. Just some secrets, and I got some glitches for you bitches here. First off is a secret. First level, go inside of that hut and then come back out. Jump over these 2 bananas. It's very important to do that. I don't know why. Don't argue with me. It just is. But you jump over the bananas, get that banana bunch, and then come back inside. I'm going to collect the one up this time. And I'll go back outside. And I swear I'm not making this up. You really have to do all of this. Jump over the bananas again. It's the most ridiculous, convoluted thing ever. I don't know how you'd figure this out on your own. Get that banana bunch a second time, jump over those bananas, and this time it's a creme coin, but we already have all of them. What's going on with... Holy shit! Look at all of the... Oh my god! Where did all of these... This is insane! That's all 75 creme coins right there. If you do that super convoluted thing I just showed you, you get them all for some reason. You don't have to deal with any of the bonus stages, you can just buy your way into it. So here's the first glitch right here. Put this guy down in front of the end, throw your partner up, and at the same time he'll bounce you back into the end, and your partner will land on that barrel. You going over to where your partner is, you gain control again, but by all means the level thought that it ended, so pay attention to this. Throw your partner right before you get hit, you get knocked into the end of the level, but then get flown back into the barrel and you get control again, so the music ends, everything's kind of strange here, and you get to kill this guy now. Let's get him out of the way. But basically, that end goal won't work again until you get it off camera where you can't see it. It'll reset itself back then, and then you could jump on and end the level like normal. Kind of a strange glitch, just because, you know, it ends it and then teleports you somewhere else entirely, so it doesn't end it. But it's fixable, which is good. That golden boombox trick I showed you earlier in the first level of Crocodile Cauldron, well, it works with Dixie too. She gets this bitchin' gold and red guitar instead of her usual blue and white one, so that's pretty cool, I guess. Alright, back into Castle Crush. This is a very game-breaking glitch. If you're playing this on a legitimate cartridge, I highly against doing it just because it's very dangerous. It'll do everything from erase your save file to just corrupt your game completely. drop the DK barrel and then pick it up immediately again while you're pushing it up against the wall. It will usually turn into the Ramby thing. Sometimes it'll turn into nothing here, but more than likely it'll crash your game or turn you into a character before crashing the game. Sometimes if you wait a little while before doing it, it'll also teleport an enemy to your location instead. It's a very strange glitch. It's got the potential to just corrupt your game entirely, so don't do it unless you're absolutely sure. Back in Animal Antics, you could use Squidder's webs to skip over Squawks' barrel right there. Hitting the ceiling with Squidder won't hurt you at all. So you can just continue on to Squawk's section with Squidder instead. But, it doesn't make him any easier. Nothing will. So don't bother. Alright, Screech's Sprint. If you're worried about fighting against Screech, there's a little secret you can do. Hurt yourself on purpose right before getting up to Screech, and if you plow through a head, the race won't actually trigger. So you just move on ahead. You gotta sacrifice a Kong for it, but the good news is you're not pressured to win a race now. You can just explore everything to your heart's content. And with that, it's the last thing I have to show you guys. Hope you really enjoyed this playthrough. This is one of my favorite games of all time, so I really do hope that you enjoyed this. I had a great time doing this. Had a wonderful time playing through everything, and I hope you guys learned something, or at least enjoyed yourself from it. Not sure what I'm moving on to next after this. I'm going to take a break on Ape Escape, just because I own 3, but after the wait 2 months, I'm not sure if I want to do a 3rd one right now. I've got a couple smaller things planned, and I'll probably get those up soon. You'll see what those are. But until then, I will see you later. Guys, take care of yourselves. Be good.